You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. This just into the newsroom. DC Fire says there's a major gas leak in Northeast DC. They say a gas line was hit somewhere on New York Avenue and Florida Avenue. Some gas may have made its way into nearby buildings, and officials say that people have been relocated. It's not clear how many. Washington Gas is on scene to try and control the leak. We have a crew on the way, and we'll bring you the latest as we get more information. More than a dozen wildfires continue to burn in Virginia after sparking up across the state. State of an emergency has been declared in Page County, and brush fires continues to burn in and around Shenandoah National Park. Several communities have been asked to evacuate. Page County Public Schools are closed today. Shenandoah National Parks, parts of the Appalachian Trail and Skyline Drive are also operating under a complete fire ban this afternoon. Officials say the high winds and dry conditions are increasing the risk of it spreading out of control. Right now, a plane capable of dropping 450 gallons of water on the fire is at the Luray Havens Airport. Officials say that updates will be provided later on. DC News Now's Randy Bass will have an update coming up on DC News Now at 4. All right, meteorologist Damon Matson joins us with the latest check on the forecast. And Damon, obviously, we have some dry conditions in the region, problems on the Virginia side. But my goodness, what a day it has been. It's just been a continuation all week long of, less than normal temperatures and then the winds.
Yeah, exactly. I think the wind too, that's the big one there, my friend Mark. It's just been blustery consistently all week long. And yeah, I noticed some of the smoke from those fires at my place last night, as it was a very hazy evening sky across parts of Virginia and of course through parts of the DMV altogether. Now, we still have that elevated risk for fire spread here today as we continue to have at least some breeziness left over, but these wind speeds have certainly taken a step back and have been improving, lessening as we've gone through the morning now into the early afternoon, as we don't have any of those stronger wind gusts left over, up to about 25 miles an hour. That's the worst we're seeing right now toward DC and Annapolis. So some good news in that regard. The winds are lightening up, should give those firefighters a chance to battle against those flames a little bit. But there it is, folks. Nonetheless, fires continue to burn all the way around the Blue Ridge Mountains, back into parts of West Virginia as well there, and that smoke is still drifting at times across much of Virginia there toward the I-95 corridor and southern Maryland. So parts of the area will still see a hazy sky at times because of that wildfire smoke, but for those outside of those fires and the path of that smoke here, we're going to have a mostly sunny sky, breezy on occasion, with chilly temperatures for the rest of the day. Now, when could we see some much needed rainfall in the forecast once again? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. It's day 2 of the annual Cherry Blossom Festival, and it's in full swing. Festival organizers estimate more than 1 million people are expected to come out to see the cherry blossoms. Well, this year's peak bloom is the second earliest ever. The blossoms hit peak bloom 6 days earlier than expected, and we caught up with some visitors enjoying the scenery.
Oh, I think they're absolutely gorgeous. It's so wonderful to see them in all different parts of bloom, and the ones that have popped and the ones that are almost there. It's gorgeous, and it's a perfect day for it.
Just walking around and seeing the sights, and it's really great.
The National Park Service says the cherry blossoms might keep their bloom longer this year because of the cooler weather. And one of the events celebrating the cherry blossoms in the district has been postponed. Bloomaroo, at the Wharf will be held a week from Saturday on March 30th instead of this weekend. Organizers say this is due to rain in the forecast, and it will still be held from 2 to 9 p.m. Well, developing now, police are searching for a teenager they believe shot and killed another teen yesterday afternoon after getting into a fight. DC News Now's Candace Cole has more from Fairfax.
A manhunt is currently underway for a teenager police say is armed and dangerous after allegedly shooting and killing another teenage boy after a dispute that turned violent at an extended stay hotel. This all happened on Coppermine Road in McNair around 4 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. That's when Fairfax County Police responded to shots fired in the area. Police are not saying what that dispute was about among the three teens, but we're told, quote, a lot of resources in the area were deployed to try and locate the teen who is still on the run and considered dangerous. Police say leading up to that deadly shooting, the teens had separated for a bit, but then one of the teens came back with a firearm and shot at least 3 rounds at the other two. One of them escaped with their life. But the incident also caused a nearby elementary school to go into lockdown. That's where police suspected that teen ran off to after the shooting. Deputy Chief Brooke Wright says the incident has left the community devastated.
We have a teenager who's dead and shouldn't be. And I can't imagine anything more devastating for that kid's family. I can't imagine what any parent would be thinking or feeling, expecting their child to come home for dinner and doesn't make it.
Now, anyone with information about that shooting is urged to call 911. And of course, we will bring you the latest details as we get them in this case. Reporting from Fairfax, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Candace. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser highlighting a facility providing important services to formerly incarcerated people living in the district. The mayor says that facility, called the Ready Center, provides quick access to IDs and important documents, assistance with public benefit applications, including SNAP and Medicaid, employment and skills training, and substance use intervention. Well, those services are open to people released from a federal corrections facility within the last 6 months and are living in D.C. The center is open weekdays from 9 to 5 p.m. and is located at 3640 Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. Well, D.C. Council holding a public hearing this afternoon on a proposed bill that would establish new telehealth standards in the district. The bill would also update the guidelines health practitioners use to prescribe medications and equipment and conduct tests. The Health Committee meeting will take place at 3 p.m. and you can watch it live on the D.C. Council website. Well, if you live in Maryland, you might see some new leaders in Frederick County with the first ever Youth Council. This group will tackle issues plaguing children in the county, and officials say that some of the top priority tasks are financial literacy and mental health.
Mental health is such a big issue that we're facing right now, along with so many other things. And if you talk to any other individual in this room, they'll just tell you how important it is to have a group of young voices.
Well, several county and city leaders attending the first meeting, they believe the Youth Council will be an important resource moving forward for the community. Well, as we told you earlier, DC's Cherry Blossom Festival is officially here, and the festival means a major rush of tourists coming to the region. DC News Now's consumer reporter and weekend anchor Ben Dennis is helping you stretch your dollar to avoid those steep costs.
Parking in downtown D.C. is not cheap. Public transit will keep cash in your wallet. We found ways to cut costs as Metro is getting ready for an increase in foot traffic.
From road to rail,
doors opening.
Public transit is saving commuters cash and more than likely time during the Cherry Blossom Festival, happening March 20th through April 14th. Visit on weekends. WMATA fares are flat, $2 one way. Ride all the way in for that price from Vienna and Largo, for example. Meantime, Metro's parking lots, garages, they're also free on weekends. Size that up against these garages, according to Parking.com. We picked the first Saturday for the festival, a spot for 4.5 hours. Spend $12, $15, even $20 just to park within walking distance. Festival organizers say 1.5 million people attend. Good reason why Metro says they're adding trains and stopping track work until 10 p.m. Avoid waiting at station kiosks to add money on your Smart Trip card. That can be done online. Not traveling on the weekend when fares are flat? Use their trip calculator to know what you'll pay before getting to the station or bus stop.
And the closest Metro stop to the Tidal Basin to see those cherry blossoms, that's the Smithsonian stop. But if you want to get more of your steps in, second closest is Federal Triangle and L'Enfant Plaza. In the newsroom, Ben Dennis, back to you.
All right, Ben, thank you. Well, the Terps heading west. University of Maryland's women's basketball team will face Iowa State tomorrow night at Stanford. and they got a special send-off as they left College Park yesterday. They enter the tournament as underdogs, and this is the first time Maryland has been a double-digit seed in the tournament in 2 decades.
I don't think we're looking too far ahead, but I know that we're excited about where we're going, about who we're going to play. Just really looking forward to going dancing.
We're not afraid of anyone. We've been in every single condition. We're excited about this opportunity that we now have in this final push of the season.
A lot of people will doubt us, have been this whole year, so we're just trying to come in and prove everyone wrong.
You only got to win by 1. Some other local teams will also play tomorrow. Virginia will take on Marshall, who are from West Virginia, and then Norfolk State will take on 2nd seed Stanford Cardinal. Well, check this out. The suspected burglar is making sure that they don't pull a muscle while pulling off a crime. Security video caught this Australian woman stretching and doing yoga in a parking lot. Officials say that this happened just before she broke into a nearby bakery. The bakery claims the suspect stole several things, including some croissants.